Some stories are just legends until you live them. And when you stand face to face with the Bell Witch, you'll pray it stays a legend you never believed in. There are some legends you grow up hearing about, and no matter how absurd they sound, they creep into your bones, sitting in the back of your mind like a disease that never goes away. For me, it was the Bell Witch of Tennessee. My grandmother used to whisper about her at night. She'd tell me stories of the entity that tormented John Bell's family in the early 1800s, how the witch spoke in guttural voices, cursed the family relentlessly, and vowed to kill John Bell himself. According to her, the Bell Witch never left. She only waits, feeding on fear, pulling in anyone foolish enough to disturb her ground. I should have listened. Instead, years later, as an adult with a curiosity that bordered on stupidity, I decided to spend one night in the infamous Bell Witch Cave, just outside Adams, Tennessee. I thought it would make for a great story, maybe even a cheap thrill. But what happened that night? No story, no ghost tour, no old wives' tale could have prepared me. The cave itself looked ordinary at first glance, but the air around it was thick. Trees leaned unnaturally toward the entrance, like skeletal arms reaching to pull you inside. The stone mouth of the cave yawned open, wide and black, like something alive waiting. Locals warned me not to go alone. People disappear, they said. The Bell Witch doesn't just haunt, she claims. I laughed it off. I brought only a lantern, a voice recorder, and my phone. That was my first mistake. Inside, the air was damp, cold, and unnervingly still. I set up a small chair near the back wall of the cave, where guides usually tell the climax of the legend. The air smelled like rotting earth. My lantern flickered, though the battery was fresh. As the last hints of daylight disappeared outside, I whispered into my recorder. This is September 12th, 11:47 p.m. I'm here in the Bell Witch Cave to document anything unusual. Let's see if the stories are true. God, I wish they weren't. At first, it was small, pebbles falling from the ceiling, the sound of dripping water, except there was no water. Then came the whispers, low, hissing, as though someone stood behind me, speaking directly into my ear. Leave. I froze. My lantern dimmed until the cave was cloaked in near darkness. I tried to speak into the recorder again, but the words caught in my throat. You shouldn't be here. The whisper shifted. It was a woman's voice now, old and broken, layered with malice. Every instinct screamed at me to run, but I stayed, heart pounding so violently I could feel it in my teeth. Then the recorder clicked off, though I hadn't touched it. And that's when the rocks started flying. Small stones whipped from the dark, pelting my arms, my chest, my legs. Not random targeted, hard enough to sting. I shouted into the darkness. Who's there? Show yourself. And she did, face to face with the witch. A figure emerged from the far shadows. At first, I thought it was smoke black, shifting, writhing against the stone walls. Then, the form solidified. A woman, if you could call it that. Her hair was wild, tangled with dirt, stretching down to her knees. Her face was a rotted mask, skin sunken into the bone, mouth twisted wide into an unnatural grin that seemed to stretch beyond human possibility. Her eyes hollow sockets with embers glowing inside. She didn't walk. She glided, jerking like a puppet on broken strings. John Bell, she rasped. You are not him, but you'll do. The words echoed, reverberating around the cave, as though dozens of voices were speaking through her. I screamed. The sound bounced back at me, shrill, pathetic. The witch lunged forward. My lantern exploded in a shower of sparks. Darkness swallowed everything. Hands cold, bony, and clawed gripped my arms, my legs, my throat. Yet no one was there when I kicked and thrashed. My recorder switched itself back on. Through the pitch black, I heard my own screams captured in distorted playback. Stop! 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 But the witch only laughed. And then came the voices. Men, women, children, dozens of them, screaming, crying, pleading, "Help us. She won't let us leave. Don't let her take you too." It was a chorus of the damned. The Bell Witch pressed her decayed face close to mine. Her breath smelled of soil and rot. "I feed on fear," she hissed, "and yours is delicious." Her mouth stretched wider, unhinging like a snake. I ran. God help me. I ran blindly through the cave, scraping my arms on jagged walls, slamming into unseen boulders. The voices chased me, rising in pitch and agony. But the cave didn't end. It twisted, shifted. No matter which way I turned, the path looped back. I swear I passed the same carved rock 3 times. "You can't leave," the witch sang, voice lilting like a lullaby. "You belong to me now." Suddenly, the ground gave way. I plummeted into a hidden shaft, landing hard on my back. The wind knocked out of me. My lantern shattered above, shards raining down like burning stars. When I sat up, I realized where I was. Bones, hundreds of bones, piled in heaps, skulls with jaws locked open, as if screaming, tiny rib cages children. The witch hovered above, her form swelling, her grin now a jagged slash across her entire face. "These are mine," she whispered, "and so are you." Something slammed into me cold, searing, like ice and fire fused together. My chest arched, my limbs convulsed. Her voice wasn't outside me anymore, it was inside. "Let me in," she hissed. "Let me wear your skin. Let me walk in the world again." I fought, clawed at my own body, screamed until my throat bled. But she was already there. My vision blurred. My hands moved against my will, scraping symbols into the dirt. My mouth opened, chanting in a language I didn't know. The witch was using me. I don't remember how long I lay there. Minutes, hours, time dissolved. But something snapped inside me. Maybe it was desperation, maybe defiance. I forced myself to crawl toward the cave mouth. The witch shrieked in rage, her voice echoing inside my skull. "You cannot leave! You are mine!" Every step felt like knives driving into my bones. My skin blistered. Blood poured from my nose and eyes. And yet, I reached the surface. The night air hit me like a baptism. But as I collapsed outside, gasping, I realized something horrifying. The cave was silent. Too silent. The voices of the trapped souls were gone, because they were inside me now. It has been months since that night, and I am not the same. At first, it was small shadows moving in mirrors, whispers when I closed my eyes. Then, the nightmares came. Children sobbing, bones cracking. The witch's voice singing lullabies in the dark. But now, I don't sleep anymore. Because when I do, I wake standing in strange places, on highways, in cemeteries, once even back at the cave. And I am not alone. Sometimes I hear her speaking through my mouth, words I don't understand, laughter that isn't mine. I see faces in the glass, dozens of them. All the souls from the cave, screaming silently, their mouths moving in unison. She lives in you now. I tried burning the recorder I brought with me. I thought destroying it would help. But when the flames died, the device was still there untouched, playing back the voice I dread most. "You thought you escaped," the witch cackled. "But you only opened the door wider. So if you're listening to this, if you ever find yourself tempted by the Bell Witch legend, remember, you don't go to her cave. You don't whisper her name. You don't seek her out, because she's already here. And tonight, maybe she'll come for you, too. Thank you for braving the darkness with us. The shadows may recede, but the fear lingers on. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and comment below with your deepest fears. And share this eerie tale with those who crave the macabre.